I am with Dan
to go to dinner with
at
the
worst.
well, you probably have pizza then.
I don't know. I don't know what time I'm playing.
Not at all.
I don't know when in the set.
Well, in fact, come on in. Just say hello quickly. Come on in. There we go. Hello, everybody. I'm at Guitar Summit 2022, joined by the beautiful Tom Quayle. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Nothing. Just stumbled in.
All right. But did you know there were guitars here? And
No. It's weird actually.
Bit of luck.
It's kind of a chance kind of happening.
Yeah. Is there your guitar here anywhere?
Yes, it's just over there.
All right.
Someone
at the
was
back,
playing it,
hanging out.
The brown one.
Right at the back.
The brown one at the back.
In the
yeah.
dust.
Yeah. Look at it. It's beautiful. All next to Steve Vai's beautiful guitar.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're talking about these J Customs, right, Dan?
Yeah, that's correct. These are new. These are Guitar Summit exclusives, and we're pretty happy to finally have something to show that nobody has seen before. So, yep, they got released today, and this is one particular example. It's called, I don't know.
We haven't thought of a name of it. There's something autumnal about it. You can probably it'll autofocus if you go close. What sort of a name do we need for that? Like leafy sunrise, or?
I think that works very well actually. I have to say, it's very creative.
It just came out of the air then.
It's beautiful.
See, leafy sunrise.
Leafy sunrise. Because last time we shot a video, we called the guitar Morning Glory.
Hopefully it doesn't tumble down to the floor like a leafy kind of autumn kind of vibe, but it's beautiful.
It would fall quite smoothly, right? Yeah, like this.
Well, Tom, thank you. No, I'll let you.
I'll stumble back home.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
If I see you stumbling around, I'll try and push you in the right direction.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. See you, Tom. Yeah. So, leafy sunrise is the new J Custom.
Correct.
Tell us about J Custom in case they don't know what J Customs are.
Yeah, of course. J Custom, that's basically the pinnacle of craftsmanship that Ibanez has to offer. These are all built in Japan by a small team of luthiers. And they come up with the crazy creations, with stuff that you wouldn't even dare to think about, know. So I mean, this is with the red resin and the burl top. That's a little bit more, maybe a little bit more traditional. But then you come to the wood choice. You have black limba wood and a 5-piece wenge maple neck. That's a cool combination. It's like a
wenge. I love that word. Gold frets.
These are Jesco Evo Gold, that's correct. So either stainless steel or Jesco Evo, so it's also something that's highly requested by fans. Usually you have a set of DiMarzios. And also, what's pretty cool is, the fine details, like you have recessed knobs.
We can get it close, it gives a good autofocus. This is slightly recessed in the wood, and I love the fact that they're matte. Yeah. They look, like what really bugs me, Dan, is when we have guitars that cost some money, and then they go and put normal hardware or these things that aren't the final little pieces of finishing.
Yeah, last 2%, right?
The last 2%, yeah. And that, even though on its own isn't that exciting, I'm glad to see that they've got something that is a little bit special.
Yep.
It's very geeky, very nerdy.
Very geeky.
You're welcome. You're watching the right channel. Okay, what else have we got in the J Customs? The Guitar Summit 2022 exclusives, Dan.
Yeah.
Something back there.
This is another first, because this is the very first AZ from the custom shop that we have, at least in Europe. And what I really like about this guitar is that they actually picked an AZN. So this is an AZ with a non-recessed tremolo. We've got the lower output Fortuna pickups. We've got the flame walnut top, which is pretty cool, because depending on the angle you look at it, it's either pretty shy or it can be completely wavy and wild and You see that? And quite a stark contrast to that. You have the back, that's alder, 2-piece alder. It's very subtle. There's no bindings or anything that could disturb like the wood itself, and you could just embrace the quality. There's also no cavity, which is a fine detail, but I like it if guitars have no cavity, because I don't like to drill holes in my guitars anyways.
Right.
And there's no need to do that. So you have 5 strings like all the AZNs do. You have a roasted maple fretboard with a compound radius. Usually the AZs with the maple neck and maple fretboard, they don't have a compound radius, but since this is an AZN, it's got a compound radius. We've got, Well,
what I will say about this AZN is that I almost asked you to move it so we could make this J Custom video, because I didn't think it was a J Custom, because it's an AZN, and also it's quite understated. So it's not super flashy like the Leafy Sunrise.
Yeah.
It's super flashy. But now that you've held it in your hands, it looks like one of those instruments that is, how can I put this? It looks handmade, but understated purposefully, not super blingy. That is a guitar for someone who doesn't want to show off too much with the guitar, and as an AZN, that's all more vintage sounding.
Correct.
That is, I don't want to stereotype, but I see someone who has a collection of guitars, but then has a guitar in their living room that has to be really, really high quality.
That's an amazing living room guitar, of course.
That's the one.
But I wouldn't also mind to take it on stage, because since it's got a natural back, I think even if you had like slight blemishes, you could probably just polish these off.
True.
And also
It's a beautiful piece of wood, is what I'm trying to say.
Correct. Yeah, with the satin finish, it probably also wears very nicely over time. Yeah, that's a nice one, because I'm digging if we get different shapes from the custom shop. Everyone loves the RGs, but having something different and something so special like an AZN, it really gives me a good time.
It must be interesting for the builders as well to be doing something that isn't just with the edge tremolo, and something that is actually understated.
Correct. Yeah.
Third and final?
No, we have 5 in total.
We have 5.
Yeah.
Goodness, are we going to get through them all? Who knows? Stick around and find out. So this is a piece of wood with some resin stuck on it.
That is correct. And this is not just a piece of wood. This is a massive slab of Hawaiian koa. I don't know how much this piece of wood actually is, because we've got
Let's show them.
We've got to certify those woods. Otherwise, it's it's not real, no real Hawaiian koa. So this is from one of the Hawaiian islands. And also the back, it's beautiful, because you can see the actual wood, and then they kind of filled up the rest of the RG shape with the transparent resin, which gives it a very nice touch. And we had several guys approach us asking if you could put some sort of insect in here. And I thought that's a genius idea, some heavy Jurassic Park vibes then. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've seen a few, like when I first saw resin guitars was Stone Wolf Guitars from the UK, and he has Lego and bits of real leaves and bits of anything that he can find, he just throws it in there, or something personal to the player that he builds.
Oh yeah.
So as they're J Customs, I'm sure there would be a way to get something even more custom done. Never know. But what this is, Dan, the other one was a living room guitar. This is a bathroom guitar.
Or this is stage guitar, because if you don't dare to kind of get a couple scratches on it.
Can we put a light through it? Sorry.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. The resin itself is never 100% transparent, so you always have a little bit of a silky touch to it. But I think it just adds to the. I know it's got such a royal, almost royal look to it. I know it's almost like a table in the finest dining room you could find. Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah. All right. What else have we got? We've got 5. I'm going to get through 4. Number 4 is another RG shape.
Yeah, that's another RG. And usually, the custom shop's also a place where you can ideally try out new finishes, and this is a very nice touch. I don't know how they did it, probably with some
dabbing.
Yeah, correct.
Dabbing.
Dapping this on the body.
Can we, hang on, turn it that way, then we can really see there. Can you see it's slightly more purple, and then denim-y blue here?
Yeah. And this is called like burl maple wood on top with that dapping kind of technique. And that combined with the lightweight swamp ash body is a very nice combination. And then the final, or the details in here, you have dot inlays, but the dot inlays, they have this blue purplish hue to it that matches perfectly the body. So this is the attention to detail I'm talking about. And you've got like a beautiful natural binding, 5-piece neck, purple hot maple, beautiful fretboard. And I'm really digging it. And this particular one actually has Seymour Duncan pickups. It's let me quickly check.
It's just checking.
The Custom 5.
Jazz Custom
and the Custom 5. Yeah. So
okay, that's unusual to see.
Absolutely. No Ann Orton tone zone or fusion edge pickups or something. So it's nice to see that the custom shop's opening the gates for different manufacturers.
You can tell me the truth now, or you can be quiet.
Okay.
Is it because we're entering an area of pickup shortage from DiMarzio and things like that? Could it be related to that at all?
I don't think so, because in that regard they could have also put the Hyperions in there, the ones that go with the AZs. So I think this was probably a very conscious decision to put these in there. Maybe these work well with the Swamp Ash. You know,
Right, okay.
The guys at Custom Shop, they are nerds as we are, so they try to experiment as well. And so that's a very nice offering of the limited models for this year.
Well, while you get our fifth and final model, Dan, I'll just tell these lovely people watching this that if you don't know who Dan is actually my friend, and we have a podcast together on the channel called Guitar Stories. So
shameless plug.
Shameless plug. It's not just a shameless plug, but it's also, if you don't know that we have a friendly relationship and you're thinking, well, Andy's being very polite to that handsome man, then that's why, because we're actually friends. But
and he's not getting paid. Damn.
What? Right, model number 5 is what?
This is another Guitar Summit exclusive. This is a one-off, and this is an RGT J Custom that we have. And RGT means, in that case, we have a neck-through construction here. And this is not just the most expensive, but also the most advanced model here, because there's so much going on. Starting with the body, you not just have a quilt maple top, but like on a violin, you also have a quilt maple neck. How is that? A back, not neck.
Yeah, back. I understand. My neck, my back. It's the same.
My back, yeah. Then you've got a 5-piece purple hot maple neck, and it's a through construction. So actually, you know, the wings, they are attached to the center precision. And some people prefer that tone. Some people prefer bolt-on construction, but I just say it sounds differently. And like I said, having such a construction, which is pretty unusual for the custom shop, having that available actually to purchase is something that I really appreciate, because you know not everyone will be able to buy that guitar, but it provides fresh input. It provides feedback from people that say, oh, I'm digging this, so something like this might turn into a slightly toned down production model in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I see that. And you said that this is the most expensive of the bunch.
Yeah.
How much is this currently going to set us back in September 2022?
This guitar, like I said, is the most expensive and clocks in at 9,800, but the 𝗬𝗓 range starts at 6K. And like I said, these are all like either one-offs or very small production runs. And yeah, that's like the most, like I said, the most advanced and the most detailed guitars that you can get from Ibanez. So these are expensive, but everyone who bought one of these, and I talked to a lot of these, because usually, you know, with the guys that purchase these guitars, they are Ibanez nerds anyways, so they will send you messages on Instagram or on Facebook, and I'm in very close relationship to a lot of these guys. And it's funny because once they bought one, usually they buy another and another and another, because you know once you reach that level of quality and craftsmanship, you don't want to go back. And then you see all those crazy options that you have. It's a thing, right?
I know, man. I mean, I love me a budget guitar. I love me a guitar that has 6 strings and some bits on it, and you make some rock and roll. Yeah. I also can appreciate something like this, regardless of the name on the headstock. I can appreciate an expensive instrument, and that again, every time you add $1,000 or something, you get that extra small percentage more. Yep. But what you can really see, I mean, the attention to detail in just that join there. I don't know if we can show it. That is where, or one of the places your money is going. And if I had that money and that inclination, I'm happy with that. That's the sort of thing that we complain about on like €300 guitars. Yeah. And it's not fair. Oh, that binding's a bit off, or there's a bit of bleed there. It's not fair. Not that you'd get a neck through for that price, but yeah, I'm trying to be devil's advocate here and sit on the fence and not be too Ibanez friendly. But if you want the best of the best, then you're going to be paying around this kind of price. And if you want that best to be Ibanez, then it's the J Custom series, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I hope you liked what you saw. I was super happy that we finally, in its 4th installment of Guitar Summit, we had exclusives available, because nothing is like more boring if you come to a booth and there's nothing new and you just think, oh, I saw this already on January on the website. So yeah.
Well, I was in Italy earlier this year in May with Sable, and there was great to see the models. But as you say, it was still a continuation of what we'd seen. Yep. Well done, Ibanez. Well done, Ibanez Germany. And Dan, thank you for being my friend and my partner in podcasting crime, and also the guy that bought me a sandwich and a bottle of Coke at lunchtime.
Oh, there you go.
I did get paid. Okay, officially sponsored. Officially sponsored. Right, if you want more information about anything like this, there will be links in the video description. If you want more from me and the Guitar Summit 2022 content, then please check out that playlist. Otherwise, save your pennies and put them towards J Custom if it's so floats your boat, peels your banana, shaves your kiwi. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.